Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is David Palmer, the Leo King, and welcome to High Vibe TV, your daily show where we like to make sure that we, of course, address the negative, but always embrace the positive. Thanks so much for being here on this awesome, what is today? It's the 12th of March of 2018. Thanks so much for being here, and thanks for sharing these videos. Now, today's daily thought is stress. But it's even deeper than that. It's okay to sometimes not be in a good mood. I know that, we can have really hard things in life that face us, and it's hard when people say, oh, just be in a positive mood, or even watching a show like this where, sure, every day I come through and I say, you can be positive, you can make it happen. There's gonna be moments where you might not be able to make it through. It's just like, sometimes the car doesn't start. Sometimes, you're going to have to figure out whatever the problem is. Sometimes it's going to take a little bit of time, and then sometimes you got to get your car towed. Same thing happens in real life. Sometimes there's going to be moments where no matter how much that you're going to be trying in your life to be positive, you're not going to be able to access it. And you're going to have to realize, how do we get through those moments? How do we get through moments when we are just so stressed, when we are too overly upset about something, or we're sad, or something negative has happened in our life? When we're trying our best to be positive and we can't be positive, what is it that we do? Well, I think number one is learning to, of course, surrender to it and learn to accept the negative. And really the whole, tagline of the show has been about accepting the negative and then, or at least addressing it and then embracing positive. I think that what we have to do is we have to embrace that positive will come. Sometimes it's not going to come right at that moment, but just acknowledging that it will come helps. It also is about literally addressing it. Sometimes in life, we get so frustrated, we get so stressed, we're holding on to so much that we don't let it out. We don't find a healthy way to let it out. We don't communicate correctly. We don't let our feelings out. One thing that I've truly learned in the process of my life to help with everything that I go through is I let people know how I feel. If I'm stressed, if I'm not happy, if I feel like I've lost trust in something, if I'm not, I just get it out all on the table. When everything's out on the table, it can be sorted through, it can be fixed. Some people can't take that though. Some people, when you put it out on the table for them, they go, oh my God, oh, this is how you feel about me or whatever. It's like, no, I'm just trying to get my feelings out there. I'm just trying to let how I know out there so I can move to a positive place. Because I don't want to deal with all this negative goop in my life. If you're holding on to all that negative goop in your life, it's not going to be healthy for you. You're going to have to find a way to let it out. And so I really think this daily thought is about realizing that, number one, it's okay that you're in a bad place. This doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you that there's something wrong with you if you can't be positive in the moment. Being positive all the time is impossible. It literally is. I mean, sure, I'm somebody who's going to advocate that, positivity is everything, and this is what this whole show's about. But I want you to also know that we all are going to have moments where we slip. We are all going to have moments where we are not going to be able to be positive at the moment. And we are going to have to find ways to get back. And that's, I think, the hardest thing about positivity is how to get back to being positive again when you slip, when you fall, when there's problems, when there's issues. And a lot of it is dealing with stress. Stress, I think, is the number one case of negativity. Stress comes through fear, stress comes through hard aspects, stress comes through impatience, stress comes through so many different areas of our life, and we have to be able to let it out. Letting stress out is important. If you don't have a good stress reliever, then you're going to be more stressed, more negative, and it's going to be hard to be positive. It sucks because it takes courage, but more importantly, it takes honor. Honoring yourself first, because if you honor yourself, even if you're stressed, you know what? You need to have the courage, which you cannot have courage without honor. Because courage means that you honor yourself, that you have some sort of honor in yourself to move forward in life or to face some sort of fear. And if you don't have that honor in yourself and you don't have that courage, you can't get to positive. Because the honor and courage isn't used positively. The honor and courage is used to treat the negativity that you're dealing with as a symptom that needs to be relieved. The honor to raise yourself to a new vibration or even acknowledge that you will, and the courage to let out the truth of the stresses you're going through, to let out your feelings to other people about how you might feel, and to let yourself out. It takes courage to let your truth out. We live in a world where we're so afraid of what people are going to feel if we let out the truth of how we feel. We're so afraid of what people are going to feel if we let out our stuff. Now, sometimes, of course, we got to find a way to make sure that we let it out in a way that doesn't push people away so much. But I think that the number one thing is letting your truth out there and watching that positivity and new doors will always set us free. And that leaves us to my story of the day today. Now, today's story of the day actually is today's story. So I woke up today and I had a decent weekend, and I knew I had to go see the tax man this morning and my accountant. Corporate taxes are on March 15th. So, of course, I waited too long and I got in on the 12th, and here I am here at my office, in the last 24 hours, getting all my tax documents ready, getting all my receipts, because running a corporation is a lot different than just going to the tax guy with a normal, W-2 and just, you already take your money out. Like when you run a business, there's a lot of stress and there's a lot of money and there's a lot of receipts and there's a lot of things that you have to try and work out, and then you have to work it out, and it's stressful. So I was going into this morning thinking the world is going to die. There's so much stress on me, and that, the tax bracket I'm in and everything is just, it's insane. I was like, am I going to be able to make it through this? So I was freaked out this morning and stressed. And I'm not one to bullshit on this show, but I've been having a lot of problems. My new app, Future Life, which I promote all the time, there's problems with it. We have bugs. We're working through them. I'm working with the people that I work with to make the app to make sure that they work right. And when I have bugs and when there's issues and then there's customers unhappy and there's people not happy, it overwhelms me. I'll be honest with you. Every day I wake up to an email 10 times, 20 times of this person not happy, this person not happy, this person that has this problem. Oh, and then I've got the taxes to figure out. I've got employees now to deal with and their lives and their things and make sure everything works. And it's like, And the only thing that I can do is face things first and show up. So I came to the tax meeting this morning with all the paperwork I have. And even my tax guy, my accountant, was like, dude, you going to be okay? Because, the way that I'm working things out, it looks like you're going to have to pay a crap ton of taxes. And I was like, well, here's everything I got. And we went through everything. And, oh, my gosh, he saved my life. He goes, oh, man, look at all this write-off I didn't even know that you had here, because, you got to show up with that stuff. So long story short, even though I was stressed, I wasn't afraid to go face it. I wasn't afraid to just be honest and show up to my guy this morning and here's everything I got, and put it up to God and see what happens. Good thing that worked out good. Second thing is, I let the people that I know with Future Life and the things that I got going on there, I let them know how I feel. I'm stressed. I'm not feeling like it's going the way that I want to right now. I have this great vision for this company, and where's the background? Where's the back end? Where's the energy that's going to make me feel good? I just let it out. I just am honest. And I still am stressed because I don't know how it's going to go. I'll be honest with you all. I have no idea. There's problems in life, especially when you run companies, when you run things. And the only thing that I can do is just let it all out and then know that I'm letting everything out to be on the table to be fixed, to find solutions. Because if we can't find solutions, especially we can't find solutions if we don't put everything out on the table. And already, it's only 11 a.m. here, and it's actually 10 a.m. because we just did the time change, right? It's still not even, the day has even started yet, and I've already gone through maximum stress levels today. Maximum. And before I got on this show, and my show was late today because I had to go do this tax thing. So I'm to be honest with you, in that place that I started with this morning of my daily thought. I am in a stressful place, and I'll be honest with you, I came on this show not positive. I know that's deep, I know that's intense, I know that's a lot to kind of bring up, but at the end of the day, it's something that, is just true. And I want you to know that the best way that you can get through it, and this is where my pump up section is maybe sometimes you don't need to pump yourself up to get positive. Sometimes maybe you got to pump yourself down. You got to let yourself out. You got to let things go. You got to let things be the way that they are. You got to let them go the way that they're supposed to be. And you got to let things out, and you got to then kind of find some sort of peace in order to get back to up. You got to release the pressure in life. You got to have that pressure be relieved. And when that pressure is relieved, you can then move forward into the more positive place in which you want to go. So, and it's hard. I mean, I'm at the moment right now, I've got noises going on everywhere, and I'm trying to make sure that the noises don't affect the microphone. It's like we put ourselves through in life so many things where we let everything catch us, but you have to just sometimes kind of be I don't even know how to put it, but you have to learn to just go through things sometimes. Life is not going to be perfect. Life is it's going to throw you curveballs. It's going to throw you very difficult aspects. It's going to throw you things that are going to just throw you off and throw you into a crazy place and make you feel crazy. But the best pump up advice I can give you for these situations is sometimes to pump it all down. Take a break, let it all out, and then watch the solutions kind of work themselves out. But if you're not being honest and you're not letting out your truth and you're not letting out your feelings and you're not letting out your emotions, then you're not going to be able to find any solutions. I hate bullshit. To be honest with you, my greatest other pump-up aspects is to not bullshit people, to not play fake, to not play coy, to stop playing things politically correct in your life so much. There has to be a point where, we try to be nice, we try to be good, we try to be people, but at the end of the day, if people don't come through on their end, or you're not feeling good, or you're uncomfortable, or you're dissatisfied, or you're not feeling connected, you have to find a way to reconnect and to refine trust. But the only way you can do that is by being real, authentic, and true. And that's the best thing that you can do to pump yourself up when these kind of situations happen. Anyways, this is, of course, fueled by futurelife.tv. If you want to watch my daily horoscopes every day, watch it at futurelife.tv. It's also on the iOS app, and I've got 11 other awesome practitioners on there, everything from tarot cards to lifestyle, health and wellness, and astrology, of course, everywhere. Check it all out now at futurelife.tv, and we'll be back right after this. Hi, Grandma. How are you? Oh, I'm doing good. No, I'm eating really healthy right now in my life. Lots and lots of vegetables. Yeah, and potatoes too. They're vegetables, aren't they? Yeah. No, I'm eating healthy. I feel really good. Yeah, I'm in shape too. Oh, my relationship, Grandma? Oh, it's going great. We're really connected right now. No, the love's there. She's lots of attention. We really have really interesting conversations too. No, yeah, don't worry about me, Grandma. It's going good. Oh, my dreams. You don't have to worry about my dreams. They're always coming true. Yeah, financially, everything's going good. I've got everything I want, the job I want. Yeah, everything's going good there. Future Life? What's that, Grandma? I know, I'll follow your advice. What is it? It's a new app? I'll check it out. Future Life.
Future Life. Wake up to your future like you've never seen before.
Welcome back to High Vibe TV. I'm your host, David Palmer, Leo King, and we are here talking about not only how to find ways through negativity and bring positivity, but just everything in life to make sure that we can bring that high vibe back. And this is where I bring my challenge of the day. And today's challenge of the day is when it just gets so overwhelmed in your life and the pressures get so high, your challenge is how to release and decompress. I think that one of the best ways to do this is writing things out. So whether you got to write an email to somebody, you got to journal it in yourself. When I was going through massive anxiety and panic attacks for years, the only thing that got me through was my journal. I would literally write how I felt every day and what I was going through that day in that journal, and then I would even write my dreams. So today, my challenge is for you to write out your feelings today. how you felt by the end of today. Take a moment, start a journal, maybe even just take out a piece of paper, and I dare you to write how you felt through today so you can see your feelings, so you can see where your hang-ups are, so you can see where your issues are. Because sometimes our brain, it thinks it knows everything, but it really doesn't. And so what happens is we actually think we know what's wrong. But until our feelings come out and our feelings are expressed and our feelings are written down or even talked, but a lot of people aren't very good at speaking their feelings, I'll be honest with you. Like, a lot of people aren't just very easy. Like, I worked on this my whole life, so I just, blah, sometimes I push it out too much. Maybe the challenge is maybe you express your feelings too much, right? But the challenge is at the end of the day is how do you let your mind understand how you're feeling? The only way to do that is through expression, through writing. The only way to do that is through letting people, through speaking about it. The only way of doing that is through saying it to others and the way that you're going to be feeling. And so your brain can see that and be a reflection of that. I think another challenge that I would bring to you about stress is learning that maybe sometimes it doesn't have to be, you shouldn't be adding more on your life when you have stress. Don't add more on. Take a moment where you're like, I can't do these things right now. I'm stressed right now in my life. And I think, and this is actually a whole nother topic that I want to bring up. I was going to bring it up for tomorrow's show, but I'll touch on it for a second here. Is like, we live in a world where not only through the movie culture we've grown up with and through television and stuff, there's like this whole idea of how to live your life. Right? And so we get stressed if we're not living our life at that level. We get stressed if we're not living our life at this bullshit, truly formed reality of lifestyle of how to live your life. Live your life. Live your life the way that you want to live it. Because if you don't live it the way that, you really feel is true to yourself, but it looks like you're off because the world is that way, then you already are losing. You're going to lose the game. That's not going to be a good way to live your life. The reason why is because this world is only set to be lived the way in which you want to live it. You are a unique creature with your own imprint, your own DNA, your own genetics, your own look. There is not two of you unless you're a twin, and even there's probably a couple differences there. I can guarantee you that. And so when that happens, you need to realize that there's a reason for you to express and to live and to be in this world the way that you want to be in it. Stop worrying about how the world fits in with you and how you fit in the world. You're the one here to conquer this world. And not in a very egotistical or dominating way, but you're here to conquer this reality and manifest it in the way in which you want. When you manifest life the way you want without worrying about how the quote-unquote world is, what is the world? What is this idea of the world? It's actually been brainwashed into your head. So my challenge today is for you to erase the world in which you thought you should be living it like. I'll be honest with you, the best thing that I ever went through in my life was taking LSD. When I took LSD, it cracked my perception of reality, it cracked my ego, it made me realize that the world and the way that I thought I should live my life was literally wrong. It was bullshit. The world is all fake. It's a fake reality. It's all just, a bunch of people's opinions and ideas and really good way of projecting it out into the world, and our collective of that in our subconscious, and our subconscious thinking that that's the way we should live, that's the way we should be. And in the spiritual community, it is at the biggest of heights. The spiritual community puts it at this, you have to live this way and you need to be this way, and if you're not that way, you're not spiritual. My challenge today is for you to find out if you have the courage to learn to erase those ideologies. My closing thoughts today are, 1, life's not perfect. 2, there are going to be bad days. Now, it sucks. I know, even hearing on a positive channel that's only about being positive all the time and pushing positivity all the time, you're going to hear me be honest and be real that there's going to be days that are going to be bad. There are going to be days that are going to be hard. But it's that little moment that you take to say that I'm going to find a solution to get to positive. And even if you're not there yet, but you're looking there, That's all it takes to continually keep you on the right road in life and a positive road on life and to keep you in the right direction. Letting your feelings out, letting your emotions out, being real, being honest, these are things that will help you through. But we also have to come to a point in our life to where we don't hold on and we don't continue to hold on to a negative energy. We have to find a way to move off it. We have to find a way to move away. And if it continues coming back in patterns of negativity, that's when we have to learn to make the snip. That's when we have to learn to make the harder choices in our life and learn to let things go, learn to let things be the way that they are. And I know it's not easy. I know it's not something that, we're all built with right away. It takes skill. It takes time. It takes practice. And so sometimes the practice is one small positive thought at a time. One small thing you did good for yourself today. Even if you have a really bad day, right before you go to bed, do something nice for yourself. Look in the mirror and tell yourself something nice. Watch your favorite TV show. Do something that makes you feel good. Go find an old memory. I think the past for me, and I've been very lucky. Even though I've had some crazy things in the past happen to me, everything from jail to losing everything to being homeless to coming off of drugs and being a drug addict. I can go on for hours about my negative past. But all I look at when I look at my past is all the great things that have happened in my life. I only remember the positives. I only remember the good things. And when I use that past memories of all the great moments and all the good things, it makes me feel good. And when I remember somebody in my life that touched me or made something good, what I do is I always go back on Facebook or Messenger or text message and I hit them up and I just say, hey, remember that time when, man, it was so fun. Hope you're doing well. Sending you all my best energy. And sometimes when I send other people best energy and remember how great they are, it reflects back on me and makes me a much more happier and positive person. So yes, the time has changed in the world, but we are not changing our time. We're still doing 10 a.m. Pacific here on High Vibe TV. And the only reason I was gone today was because I was at the tax man this morning and I couldn't get out of that appointment. Corporate taxes are March 15th. Can't get out of that one. And other than that, things are going good. I'm going through a lot of stress and a lot of hard aspects right now in my life. And I'll be real with you. If you check out the astrology, this might be one of the hardest weeks we're going to go through this year. And there's other ones that come up, but this one's going to be hard. So I'm asking you to all find a way to realize we're all going to be in the trenches together, but we can all get through it if we find a way to look at the positive and work through our stuff and accept it with honor and courage. Thanks so much for being here, and thanks for joining us today. Please share these videos, and we will see you again tomorrow.